This hypnotherapy session is intended to be done prior to falling asleep. Do not listen to this recording unless your intention is to fall asleep right after. So let's settle down, get in a comfortable position, as comfortable as you can. Make sure that you are going to be warm enough or cool enough to be able to just relax for the next 45 minutes. And I'd like you to keep your eyes open for the beginning of this session and find a spot that's slightly above your point of view. Look for an object to focus on. It can be anything, a chip in the paint, the ceiling, a curtain, a picture, just something for you to focus on completely. And once you find that object, I don't want you to look away. You can blink when you need to, but I want you to keep your eyes totally and completely focused on this place. And soon, very soon, you'll notice your eyelids become heavy as they begin to blink more and more. And at first, they begin to feel a little strained or a little uncomfortable. But soon they will become so heavy that you can barely keep them open. But I want you to try to keep them open. Just try to keep those eyes, those heavy eyes, open. They are blinking more and more. And your eyes are so heavy, you can barely keep them open. They just want to close. They're beginning to blink more and more. Maybe even noticing some twitching in the muscles around your eyes. Again, completely stay focused on this object. Do not move your eyes away. Try to notice as much detail as you can in whatever it is that you've chosen to look at. It's okay that your eyes are beginning to blink more and more, and they're starting to feel heavy. You may notice your eyes are becoming so heavy now, it takes so much effort to let them stay closed. Perhaps you can relax those muscles around the eyes, maybe the outer corners. You may just allow them to relax. Your eyes are getting heavier and heavier, but you still are going to try to keep them open. Very soon, those eyes are going to close all by themselves. And as they do, you can allow yourself to just drop right down into a lovely, warm, and comfortable feeling deep inside you. The following suggestion is offered once you are ready. And that's right. Those eyes are beginning to close now. If they haven't already, they are feeling very heavy, heavier and heavier. Good. That's okay. Go ahead. Take a deep breath, comfortable breath, and just let those eyes close whenever they want to. That's right, those eyes now were so heavy, so comfortable, so relaxed. That is just too much effort. Let them close. And let them remain closed now as you continue to listen to the sound of my voice. Let this relaxing, comfortable feeling flow all the way down to the very tips of your toes until every nerve, every muscle, every cell, every consciousness of your body becomes comfortable and relaxed. That's right. Comfortable, relaxed, at peace with the universe. Good. Now see or sense or just experience yourself at the top of a long flight of stairs, preparing to descend. You can go down deeper and deeper, going down, 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 relaxing more and more with each step down. Going down deeper, really deep. And you're halfway down now. Halfway down into comfort and relaxation. Going deeper and deeper, deeper relaxed. And when you reach the bottom of the stairs, just take another deep, refreshing breath and really enjoy the wonderful feeling inside of you. Good. I'd like you to imagine yourself going into a control room of your mind, a place where your urges to smoke are all grouped together. And perhaps you could imagine it as some sort of old-fashioned telephone exchange or switchboard. Maybe you've seen this sort of thing in old films where incoming calls light up the switchboard with plugs at the end of wires for each telephone line. And in front of you is a panel with holes with the appropriate plugs that fit snugly in. If the call is for the managing director, then you insert the plug into the right socket to put the call through. If the call is for accounting clerk, then you lift up the plug and you put it into the socket. And the call is connected. And when the call is finished, you simply remove the plug to disconnect them and leave the lines free. In days gone by, this was a very sophisticated system. However, over the years, technology changes. But you've been smoking for far too long now, which is why I want you to go back to the way things were, tracing those memories, the patterns to the first weeks and months of your smoking. Smoking patterns can begin for all sorts of different reasons. Perhaps in the beginning you wanted to feel accepted, one of the crowd. Maybe smoking gave you a false sense of confidence or alleviated boredom or stress. Some people feel the need to become more confident in certain situations. For example, when socializing or talking on the telephone, or when deep in thought while writing or reading. Before a meeting or even after meetings, when the stressful situation is over, is this thought of a way to diffuse the pent-up energy leading up to the meeting. Others have a cigarette after having made love, or because they're upset or nervous. There are so many situations involved, and we are all different and respond in our own unique way. So I want you to go deep inside of yourself right now, and I want you to identify the reasons why you smoke. And keep in mind the switchboard from long ago. And imagine that the incoming calls are the urges to smoke. And the people who will receive the calls represent the situation in which you smoke. So bring to mind the reasons why you smoke. On your switchboard, perhaps the managing director is really the person within you who wishes to be in control. And maybe the account clerk is the one who worries about your budget. The buyer, on the other hand, could be a more frivolous part of your nature, maybe the one who wastes money on cigarettes rather than saving. It really doesn't matter what I say right now because your subconscious mind understands and knows everything that it needs to know. Okay, so imagine yourself at this desk, looking at the control panel in front of you, and you're wearing a set of headphones, and an incoming calls light up. At the moment, all relevant lines are engaged, and your job is just to disconnect the calls. And you will find this so easy to do. All that you need to do is to remove the plug, and those calls are immediately disconnected, finished, and gone. And if they dare to try to call back, it is just so simple. You simply disconnect them again. You don't even need to speak to the incoming callers because they are unwanted callers. You can just hang up and you know who they are. And the calls are coming in fast now. If you've ever had an urge to smoke while driving, then look up and see where that call is attached. You can see it there clearly. And I want you to disconnect it now, or just simply say stop. And as you do this, all the urges to smoke while you're driving are severed, removed forever. And if you have ever had the urge to smoke after eating or drinking, look up on your switchboard, find that connection, and remove it. Disconnect it now, or simply say the word stop. And as you do so, all the urges to smoke after eating and drinking are removed forever from your mind. If you've ever had the urge to smoke in order to keep your concentration, look up and see where that call's attached. Find it now and remove it. Disconnect it, or simply say the word stop. And as you do this, you sense all the urges of smoking in order to help your concentration are removed forever from your mind. You find that your mind is so lucid and clear that you can concentrate so much more easily without having a cigarette. And if you've ever had the urge to smoke in order to feel more relaxed or confident, I want you to look up and find that call on the switchboard. I want you to see yourself disconnecting it simply, or simply saying the word stop. And as you do so, all urges to smoke in order to feel more relaxed or confident are removed forever in your mind. And you know that smoking never gave you that feeling of relaxed and confident. All smoking that cigarette did was fill that nicotine withdrawal. And you find that you can feel so much more relaxed and confident without having to worry about having to light up or smoke a cigarette. And if you've ever had the urge to smoke after making love, look up and find where that is on your switchboard. You see it clearly marked, and you disconnect it now. Simply just say the word stop. And as you do this, all urges to smoke after making love are removed forever from your mind. You simply prefer to lie there and enjoy the after effects of such a wonderful experience. I'm going to be quiet for a moment or two while you identify other reasons why in the past you have smoked. And with each experience, you're going to simply look up on your switchboard, find it clearly labeled, and disconnect it, or simply say the word stop. And as you do this, all the urges to smoke in that situation are removed forever from your mind and body. You no longer are the slave to nicotine. You are in control, and you feel so much better. And you do things so much easier without having the trouble of having to light up and smoke a cigarette. And now all causes are removed from your body and your mind. and you remember any other little connections with smoking over the next few hours or days, you will simply go into the control room of your mind and you will disconnect that associated call immediately and simply say stop. That's all you need to do. Because from this moment onward, you are not a smoker. You no longer need or want smoke. And it isn't such a wonderful feeling. You are in complete control of your mind. You no longer are brainwashed by all the nicotine advertisements of how smoking can make you a better person, make you look cool. It doesn't calm you down. It doesn't help you concentrate better. These are all just myths that have been put into your brain by the nicotine corporation. What you get from every cigarette you smoke, is more addicted. The only way to break the addiction is to not have that next cigarette. Each day you do not smoke, the nicotine withdrawal becomes less and less. And soon you realize that you are just smoking because of the nicotine addiction that you had. You know it's not your friend. You know that every cigarette you smoke causes you harm to your body. You know you want to be free of that nicotine, free of the urges to smoke, free from the constant, everlasting reminder of how cigarette harms you with every puff you take. You are in complete control, and it is only your mind that can help you to stop smoking for your body and your health. And these suggestions are firmly embedded in your subconscious mind, and they grow stronger and stronger each and every day. Stronger by the day, stronger by the hour, and stronger by the moment. You are now a non-smoker, and you're proud to be a non-smoker. I want you to visualize your life now, 6 months from now, as a non-smoker. How breathing is so much easier. Exercise is being done without feeling short of breath or your heart racing. Your skin and your color look so much healthier. And every time you might have this twinge or thought of smoking a cigarette, you recognize it just as that. It's a thought. A thought because you've been brainwashed to think that you need smoking, but you now know you no longer need that cigarette. It's not your friend. It's been harming you for years. So when you have that thought of having a smoke, I want you to take a nice deep breath, breathing in as deep and as full as you can, and then exhaling any urges you may have out of your body and your mind. Disconnect those plugs when you see them. Visualize yourself disconnecting from that situation that's triggering you to want to smoke. Okay. In a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5, and all of these suggestions are going to be firmly embedded into your subconscious. And each day you listen to this recording, each night before you go to bed, you listen to this. And these suggestions will become your reality. On the count of 5, you'll be allowed to just drift off silently to sleep, visualizing in your subconscious mind yourself as a non-smoker, seeing yourself healthy, free of cigarettes, and these will stay embedded firmly in your subconscious. And when you wake in the morning, you will be alert, oriented, refreshed, feeling a sense of pep in your step, and feeling lighter because each day is going to bring the opportunity for you to not light that cigarette. On the count of 5, this hypnotherapy session will come to an end, but you will continue the process of visualizing yourself as a non-smoker into the night. 1, 2, 3, 4,